Let's see if this thing works. How do I know if this is working or not? Anyway, let me start all over. So I want to show you now how to start digitizing your network, the project network. So in my directory here, I just showed you this network here. If you open it, this is what you will see. And I want to put it in the background so that you can start put it in the background and then start digitizing this network for the project. So what I will do here is let me start a GNE session. Open the GNE session. So I want to maximize this, maximize inside that. So I want to start a new project, file, new schema. They use this word new schema too loosely, I guess. Oh, it already started with it. And it needs to have a template in the back. The template is going to be QRS detailed, and I will open it from program file x86 and QRS28 and QRS detail.dta. This is what I'm going to use as my template. So later save to this file name. No, I'm saying no. You can. I mean, you will figure it out how to save the file name. You can do it later, or you can do it now. I chose to do it later. Now this is my background, and I want to import the network image in the background. So before I start the coding the network. So there are a couple of things here. The pixel movements as your arrow moves is 10. That's what it is stated as. Now right next to it you see the scale. This is the zoom scale of it. I would prefer to keep it at one on one so it will fit the whole thing in the screen. So what this 10 means is if you move your arrow by 1, so you can see I moved to the right, you will see here how much it moves to the right or left. Okay, I see 259, 260, 260 to 720. If I move the arrow to the right, it moves by 10. That's what this 10 means. So one more time I will show you the X and Y here. That's X306. This time I'm moving up 306, 740. 740 should become, well, it became 730. So the actual centroid is in this corner, in the top left corner. So it's kind of weird. That's how the computer started, because top left corner is where you started writing in a paper, and when they designed the computer graphics, that's where they designed it as top left hand corner of a paper you word. So that's their origin of the pixels. So you can see what I'm talking about. As I move to the top corner, you will see the 0 point over there. Okay, let's bring in that image. View backgrounds JPEG is how you will go there. When you say reference, some weird name for opening the dialog box for file, reference you will get there, and mine is in libraries, documents, my QRS files, input net. That's where it is. This is my, see, that's the one I'm going to input. I'll say open it. I say OK, and my network is there, and it filled the screen. And now the important thing here is, see, this purple line is where I have actually measured the distance on the ground to be 1330 feet exactly. So I put a ruler there, so no matter which scale you fit into, you will be able to find out exact length of that particular purple line and then use it to scale your coded network. Now, as I put this cursor and move to the right, you will see this thing changes here at the bottom. You will see the X and Y coordinates. So I want to measure this 1330 feet, what it means in pixels. So I will go there, place it there. I see 489 at the bottom X coordinate. So 489. And then I move to the right, and I see to the right edge of this line, I will see put it there. It is 657. 657. So that would be exactly 168 pixels to 1330 feet. So what is 1330 feet in miles? So if you, I'm just doing this, there's a calculator. 1330 feet to a mile is basically, that's how many miles? Or 5280 divided by 1330, that gave me uh, approximately 3.97, a factor of 3.97. What that 3.97 is, almost, it's about a quarter mile. 1330 is about a quarter mile. So 3.97 is the factor. I will multiply with the number of pixels, 168. So that gave me 666.94. I would say 667. So what this means is 667 pixels to a mile. My scale here is 666 pixel to a mile. Even if you don't follow my computations, think about it, it will come to you. So what I will do is go to schema, system attributes, and then pixels per mile, I will put that as 667. So I will say, okay, urban area population, I would use this one as, so we are in the million, um, million and above area, so I'll just use 1,000. You have, um, you have other inputs which is not I am covering here. I just wanted to give you a head start on how to pull the network onto your base. Say okay, that's my network base is there. Now I will start with where is my node number one. So this is, well, I will probably won't start at node number one. I will go from left to right. So try to place it as much as possible in the middle of the dot I gave you. So right here I would put, this is my external zone. I have to start. I have to click on node plot, right? So node plot here. I start here, external station 10. I left click first and then right click, it opens up, and I will call this external station. And attributes, at the time of making this video, I haven't completed them. Don't worry about the attributes now. This important thing is now start going on the network, and we'll come back in a couple of days after this video. I will provide you with these attributes. You will come back and enter them. Say okay. I will just leave it there, and I'll call this zone number 10 or node number 10. That's good enough for me. I will do that. So now I will add another node here and then add a link, and that will stop this demonstration. I will click here for the next node, and first left click, it will place the cursor. Now right click. This is an intersection with delay. It is not yet. At this point, it is not yet because the signal at that point, 201, has not been turned on. It will be. So in your before scenario, it is not. It is an intersection without delay. And then in the after scenario, it will change to intersection with delay. Right now, it is without delay. And I will call that 201. And there are no attributes that are associated with the regular intersection with delay, so I will just leave it there. Okay, and now I come here. This is a shape point. This is a little bit tricky. We can convert this to, this is a shape point. That means that it is there for ceremonial purposes. It is not serving anything to give you full proper representation of the length. So it is a shape point. You can do the same thing here. You click there and right click again to say if there may be a shape point thing here. I know how to convert them later. Speed generator district. There is a way you can convert this to shape point later. There is a mechanism to do this. For the time being, I will call it intersection without delay, and I would say OK. Oh, okay, no, that's not what I want to do. Intersection without delay is what it should be. So I will go there and change that to intersection without delay. Intersection without delay. Okay, so I changed that. Again, I will do another node here. This I will also call intersection without delay. I'll call that, and I call here intersection with delay now. This is your Braddock Road and 123 interchange. Okay, what will I do here? I will enter 202. I will enter 202 there and then say intersection with delay and done. And then I will add a link from here to here. And this is where I would expect you to give the proper attributes of the link. Attributes like approach code, give them properly. So you have Google Maps. Man, when we did this, we didn't have Google Maps. We had to go collect the data. So you can look into Google Maps if you have any lane configuration doubts. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there is another video that is put on how to enter approach codes of links, and you can go through that one. So the base volumes I'm going to give you in a few days, but first you have to get going in network coding. Now speed is, I believe it is 45 miles per hour on Braddock Road and probably 35 on Route 123. So I will confirm some of this data. So the capacity data, free travel time, everything I will give you. Everything I will give you. So what I want you to do immediately is to have a head start on this. So keep remember in the first few days, because I am taking some representative traffic counts. So after first few days of assigning this project, your job is to get used to coding it, and you might even don't be afraid of discarding it and starting over. But the important thing is you have to learn to use this software. Otherwise, it will be intimidating towards the end. Don't put on till the end. So I'm going to save this here without making any changes to it. Let it leave the default there. So that's it, and you will be able to check. By the way, this is not aligned with the other line. That's totally fine. Later, you will be able to make this JPEG image disappear and then only see the network you have coded. I hope that helps. And I mean, if I keep on going like that, so I'll be doing the project. So, all right, let's stop here.